everybody. Welcome back to Really Bad Movies. Today I actually want to tell you a little bit of a kind of a story. Something about
Cursed movies.
But let me tell you about this. So there are movies out there that they claim are
Cursed.
now. To really get into this, we're gonna kind of rate them and really see exactly if they're cursed or what is the validity to this. Um, let's enjoy.
First film is called Antrim, the deadliest film ever made.
All right, hold on. This movie, they say that has 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. I watched this movie. Okay. Before I start to bitch about it and talk about how cheesily this is definitely not a 70s horror movie. Anybody with a brain can see that this was not made in the 70s. I mean, seriously. And then, the movie is not even remotely scary. It's not even remotely good. It's very boring. It's just people in the woods. If you like watching nature shows of people just in the woods, this is right up your alley. But I digress. Let's learn more about this cursed film.
This movie, Antrim, is a found footage, faux, real horror film supposedly cursed. Antrim is said to be a documentary about a lost 1970s film that was only screened twice. Everyone who has watched it has died.
Okay, so I'm having trouble saying documentary. Documentary.
This film opens up with an 8-minute documentary detailing the curse around the film. Then, of course, the film itself.
Alright, so then the film itself is about this little girl, this little kid. So she's appeasing him by saying, "Oh, we're gonna dig up some kind of satanic something, some kind of evil hole to hell or something, and it's gonna do something for him." I mean, it was really boring. This thing is boring as hell. To say that I kind of remember the story is, I've seen a year ago plus. I mean, when did this come out? Yeah, 2018. I saw it in 2018. So, yeah. I mean, this thing was boring. This does not look like a authentic 70s thing, but it's supposed to. It's supposed to seem authentic 70s. Ooh, feel. Ooh, sounds good. It tastes good. Oh man, this thing could be really good. But no, the movie is piss poor at best. I mean, it does have a little bit of a twist that's kind of fun, but other than that, it's kind of boring. But let's see why they say it's cursed. Ooh.
Antrim is a nice try, but in the age of advanced search engines, it's hard to fully convince people that a film with a supposed body count of 60 could truly be lost.
They're saying that the cursed nature of this movie is literally just the death count. It's just the death count. So, what? How is this? How is this so cursed? Oh my gosh, it's cursed. Death count 60. Google it. You'll only find things about this movie from 2018. That's it. I don't believe it. It's a 1 out of 5. I'll give it a 1.
The next film is an infamous movie called Poltergeist from 1982.
Okay, so I know about this one. So, okay, the things that they say that are cursed in this movie are pretty interesting. Okay, so they used They used real dead bodies. Fact. Okay, that really happened. They used real dead bodies for the bodies that come out of the pool. And even whenever they're coming out in different places and they fall into people, those are real dead bodies. There's no doubt about it that they got cheap dead bodies to do that. Now, also, the little girl in the first 2 movies, she ended up dying. I believe it was a brain tumor of some kind, but she had cancer of the brain, I believe, and died. That was tragic. The daughter from the first movie, I believe she died after the first movie because her boyfriend killed her. Shot her, yeah. And I believe an extra stubbed his toe. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So I give for the cursed meter, I will give Poltergeist maybe a 2, mainly because, I mean, it's not like cursed as in you're going to die because you were a part of the movie, but maybe the ghosts from the dead bodies could come through the screen. We don't know. Ancient, Native American folklore said that, you could capture somebody's soul maybe with a photo camera, so they never wanted to get their picture taken. Who knows? Let's move on.
Witch Project from 1999.
The Blair Witch Project from 1999 had a viral marketing that came through the internet. This was like the first big viral marketing push from the internet where they were like, oh, look, it's real. I don't know why anybody's saying it's cursed. I mean, the movie has nothing to do with curse. It's just an annoying movie about people screaming in the woods. So I'm not even going to rate this. I'm going to rate this as 0. Antrim's better idea than this thing. I respect the movie for what it did. But as a cursed movie, it just doesn't make any sense. Moving on.
The Omen from 1976. Just a month before filming was set to start, lead actor Gregory Peck's son committed suicide. As he flew to the set, Peck's plane was struck by lightning, and then executive producer Mark Neufeld's plane was also struck by lightning on his way to the same location. The hotel Neufeld and his wife were staying in then got bombed by the Irish Republican Army. Hired a small plane to do some aerial photography, but it was given to another client at the last minute. That plane crashed on takeoff and killed everyone on board. The animal handler helping on the project helped with the baboon scene, but then the very next day he was mauled by a tiger and killed. The worst was yet to come. The special effects supervisor, John Richardson, on one of his big FX sequences in the movie The Omen, was one in which a character is decapitated by a sheet of glass. While working on his next movie in the Netherlands, after the movie, The Omen, Richardson and his assistant were involved in a car accident, and his assistant was decapitated. Legend has it, the accident occurred near a street sign that read, Omen, 66.6 kilometers.
Okay, so I've heard quite a bit of the Omen's um, coincidences of their deaths, and it's always really interesting because it's not like it happened during the filming, it actually happened after, and there was a lot of little coincidences that happened. So it really is kind of hard to believe that all of it was just, oh, this just happened. Don't oh, it happens to anybody on any film. These were strange occurrences. It was very strange things. Um, do I think that it's cursed for people actually watching it? No. But do I think it's cursed for people who were starring in it? Maybe. I mean, now I know that this is not part of the cursed films, but weird things like that have actually happened. Even in the movie Passions of the Christ, the lead actor who played Jesus got struck by lightning twice. Twice while acting in the movie. It doesn't make it a cursed movie, but it's a little hard to just go, let's write that off. I give The Omen maybe a 4 out of 5. That's pretty insane. Just the cursed meter on that. Now, do I think you're gonna get cursed? No. But there's something there.
Strange film is a film that has never been made. Its name is a duck, spelled A-T-U-K. This film is a 1963 satirical novel called The Incomparable Tuck. Canadian author Mordecai Richler. The film seems very basic, with a very basic storyline, but the curse of the Tuck is particularly weird, because nothing about it seems paranormal or out of the ordinary. The first man that was up for the role for this film was comedy legend John Belushi. He was the first death from a drug overdose. Then, the producers approached comedian Sam Kinison, who then died in a drunk driving accident. So, of course, they moved on, and they decided to offer the part years later to John Candy, who would die from a heart attack a few months after getting the script. And that part was dangled in front of another SNL veteran, Chris Farley. He too would succumb to a drug overdose. Even stranger, Farley gave a copy of the script to a friend he thought might also be interested in the role. Fellow SNL alum Phil Hartman. 5 months after Farley's death, Hartman was shot and killed by his wife, who committed suicide hours later.
Okay, so this is actually one of the strangest, one of the weirdest films to talk about. Is because it's never been made. Any single time the script has passed to somebody who is going to be a potential actor or main star in the movie, that person ends up dying in a weird death. They literally just scrapped the movie after so many people died. I think what was it? It was Belushi, Sam, John Candy, Chris Farley, and Hartman. I mean, that's six people who died. Once that happened, they were like, okay, you know what? Let's just put this on the shelf and never touch it again. It's a little it's a little strange. I mean, I don't know how I would feel, but if somebody was like, "Hey, would you like to read this for the be the role?" I'd be like, "No, burn it." I don't know. I would get really I would feel the heebie-jeebies. I'm not gonna lie. I would get the heebie-jeebies. I would stay away from everything. I would stay home and just hide in a corner if they did that. If somebody really sent that to me, I swear I'm not superstitious of any kind. I'm not like super superstitious. I'm not like you walk under a ladder, you're like, oh no, run away. No. Or black cat. Oh no. I'm fine with those. But you give me that script after, six people have died, I'm running. I'm running away. I'm hiding in a hole, living in a cave for a little bit, you know? At least, I mean, I think the biggest timeline was 5 years, 5 months, 5 months, not years. So yeah, I'm gonna be gone for 5 months. Nobody's gonna see me. But no, that's just a few of the most cursed films. I'm not gonna go into a whole bunch of them. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments. But thanks everybody, and keep watching really bad movies.